Mrs. Sock, what are you doing? It's the middle of the night.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
What are you doing?
Borrowing your engagement ring.
How dare you?
I said borrow, not steal. I changed that.
So you got up at 2 a.m. to borrow my... You can't... Engagement rings, that is off order. I notice you've got pearls like the Queen's still. But you can't have my engagement ring.
But I can't have your pearls.
Yeah. Get your thieving mitts off my engagement ring.
So, that was awkward.
Yes, it was.
What are you up to?
I couldn't sleep. So I got up, had a shower, and I'm trying to write some notes about...
What about?
You're trying to change the subject here.
Yep.
Yeah, all right then. Well, it's the 11 pluses. We've got a mock exam coming up.
Yep.
And it breaks my heart when you see, like, the popular, usually the girls, going, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then, oh, sorry, my hair's still wet. And then you get these sort of satellite children. They want to join in, and they don't know how to.
Yeah, very sad.
Or you see the boys sort of chatting confident, and then the ones, it's tragic. So I'm just trying to work out ways to try and help them on their way. So
what do you think?
Well, I think if they could introduce themselves, if they could say something like, hi, my name's John, or I, for instance, I know a lady called Anne Long, and she says, hi, I'm Anne Long. You can remember that because I'm a long woman. And she's
really
very tall.
good.
It is, isn't it? So
but Sarah, what about if you have a really stupid name like Morley? I mean, who would call their kids something like that, eh?
I think it's a lovely name. Yeah, but that's distinctive. You can say my parents didn't know whether to call me Morley or Molly, so it's either which way it worked. Or you could say who's it, and in Morley's case, it was named after an uncle. So you can just sort of chat about, and then you ask them about their name. You say, and so what's your name? And then hopefully they won't just say something like John. They'll have something to sort of.
So if they did say John, what would you do next?
So that's a nice name. Were you named after somebody in your family? Or probably better not to say that's what the Americans call the toilet, isn't it?
That would be funny.
No, it wouldn't.
Say that, kids. Say it every time.
No, don't.
Do it.
Don't.
Do it.
No, don't.
Do it.
Yeah, you've got to say something nice. You've got to be something positive. And my teacher's called that, and I think she's really great. It just sort of move the conversation on.
We live in liberated times, Sarah.
Yeah, look, come on. It's 2 a.m. I can't remember. Look, I don't care whether they're male or female, and I'm not going to check, am I?
Neither do I, and I hope that you don't. You get put on a list for that.
Yeah, moving on. Right. Or you could offer the other children sweeties. If you've got some sweeties, you can offer them. And remember, if they don't accept them, it might be because they've got allergies or something.
Yes, and never eat more than you can lift. Good tip.
Yes, it is. But don't take offence if they don't offer them. On the other hand, if you're offered sweeties and you think it would be rude to decline, but on the other hand, you don't want to, cause offence. So you can just sort of say, thank you very much. Do you mind if I save it for the next break? Or save it for when I get home, something like that, something to look forward to. And then say something like about how you really like that kind of sweet, or your little brother really likes it. That, move the conversation on, keep going on.
What else would you do?
They could ask about what school you go to, So what school do you go to? And they would say St. Blogs, and you could say, oh, we played them in the hockey, and that went really well. You beat us soundly.
Do you know what, Sarah? I'm beginning to conclude it would just be easier if everyone talked about me. What do you reckon?
Well, you raise a point.
Yeah.
How many times have you been at the mock exams and popped your head up and no one's ever noticed?
Oh, at least 50.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's disappointing.
It's quite funny. They are looking at them, doing your spot of invigilating, and I don't think anybody's ever actually seen you yet.
Nope.
Not once.
Nope. It's terrible, Sarah.
Well, it's not that bad.
Children are so unobservant these days.
Yeah, well, they're meant to be concentrating.
On me. Yes.
No. Well, I suppose they could. They could say, have you seen the video about Mrs. Sock?
Good idea. I like that. Use that one.
And what about if they say, no? So you don't just say no. Say, no, who's that? Or tell me more.
Yeah.
See, I think...
But Sarah, what do you think the key is? I mean, for the children who are on the periphery, what really needs to happen? Do they need to be invited in? How does it work?
They need to be invited in. Also, well, they need to not knock down the conversation. Because sometimes we see them and we go up to them, we get Morley to do it, or Rachel goes around and they sort of say, hi, you know, how's it going? What's your name? That kind of thing. And they go, okay.
I suppose there's ultimately someone for everyone, isn't there, Sarah? Even the weird kids. Then it might be a psychiatrist.
We haven't had any weird kids, do you mind? I tell you what, though, it is helpful if the children that are confident just involve the others. So if they're in a group chatting, instead of posing, aren't we the popular sorts, if they just sort of turn and include them, say, so what about you? Have you seen Mrs. Sock? Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Louise. Who are you?
I would like to see more of that.
Yeah, I think if the confident ones could help to include the others, and then the others graciously accept and, help. And also that means you've got to be confident enough not to cling to your friends. Oh, but there was Jane there and I had to talk to Jane all along, otherwise she'd think I was rude. Well, Jane wouldn't think you're rude, and if she does, to Jane.
Do you know what, Sarah? As time goes on, I just think we should start a finishing school. This is clearly the way we fix everything. We should call it Bratz Upgrade Monthly. Or BUM for short.
Bratz Upgrade Monthly.
Yeah, or BUM.
BUM for short.
What do you think?
Do you know what? It's strangely attractive, isn't it?
I think so.
Children, would you join BUM?
Say yes. And send your checks to 37 Silverwood Drive, Laverstock, Salisbury.
I can't believe you just said that. No, we won't make a business of it.
Made out to Mrs. Sock.
She hasn't got a bank balance. So, yeah, I think they need to be confident enough, but just have a few and practice it. Practice at home, practice it with your granny. If you're at church and things, look at how people who are good at that sort of gently circulating around, look at their techniques. I've noticed one of the things they do is when they I keep falling off. When they for instance, I know that if someone can't remember my name, it would be a bit insulting to say, you can't remember my name, can you? Because you're getting demented. It's Sarah. I just sort of say, well, Roger said to me this morning, he said, Sarah, if you do that again. So then I've reintroduced us without having to say. What do you think?
I think that's an excellent idea. How are we going to round this video off, Sarah? You going to let me borrow your engagement ring?
No.
You going to let me steal your engagement ring?
No. Actually, it's off of the fixers at the moment.
Oh.
I am going to go back to bed, actually. I'm taking my ring with me. And, are you off to bed?
I'm going to root through your jewelry drawer.
You are, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, not the engagement ring or my wedding ring.
Okay, thanks, Sarah.
That's all
Love
right.
you lots.
I love you too.
Love you too, kids.
Good night.